Hi guys, happy Monday. Okay, just a couple of things. I'm going to start saying something. I may have to write it down, but oh my gosh, I wish I could remember his name and I can't, but he's on YouTube and he actually has it in writing, so I think it's a really good idea, but I'm going to actually say it. Believe nothing I say, okay? I'm just sharing some information. It's, you know what, just believe nothing I say, check it out, listen to what I may have to say, and then you figure it out for yourself. Then the other thing is, if you guys, I'm really trying to get my subscribers up, so if you like this, could you please subscribe? Like, just actually there's that little subscribe thing right on the screen there at the bottom. I'd really appreciate it. If you like it, I'd even like that more. If you have a comment to make, that's awesome, okay? Because I'm going to do this, darn it. Anyhow, today I'm going to talk about phases, but first of all, I'm having a phase of my own, okay? May the 14th, it's my birthday today. I'm having phase 68. Okay, I was getting better all the time. Like, this is really great. Don't be afraid of getting better. And it beats the alternative as well. This is a really good thing as we just keep going along. So yes, happy birthday to me. So nice to be sharing my birthday with you guys. And we are going to talk about phases. So what does phases really mean? All right, so it's my understanding of it all. A developer may go out and buy 15, 20 acres of land. He goes to the city, his plans, what he's going to do, takes it to the land title office, files it, and off you go. All right, it seems that me kind of doing some research and we have an article that runs in our local paper. I think it's every other day, and I read articles where people go, oh my God, we bought in a phased development. We knew we were buying in a phased development, but we had no idea what the financial implications were to us. So you know what? If you're going to buy in a phased development, hopefully you've got an awesome realtor with you who actually is really well versed on all of this and knows all the ins and outs of that particular development. But you know what? Ultimately, it's up to you to do your homework. Go in with lots of questions. All right, so some developers may do 2 or 3 phases, and now, but the ones we're seeing and the ones we lived in are huge. So you can have 10 buildings or 10 phases, and they can be towers, low-rise condos, townhouses, and a lot of them now have, usually a lot of the developers own all the commercial property below the buildings, or they may be freestanding commercial buildings. So make sure that if you're buying, you may not be happy to have, you know, a Walmart right at your feet or whatever. So do your homework. Go to the land title office. I think that's where it's kind of signed and sealed, and see what's there. So know what it is. I loved living in a oh my gosh, you guys, I'm showing my birthday, in a development where you had your Thrifties or your Safeway or your liquor store. They had a bread store. They have fabulous restaurants or a pub or your juice bar, your awesome boutiques. I loved it. I get home from work, park your car, and you don't have to go out again. Everything is right there. Just go in the elevator, walk around, and you know, you go to local little Starbucks around the corner or whatever. You get to know everybody. It's like living in a little village in this huge metropolitan city. So I love the coziness of it. But there's drawbacks as well. Oh, and my favorite jeweler as well. I found the best jeweler in the place we lived. Anyway, but there's big drawbacks as well. Okay, so just think about it. If there's 10, say 10 developments going into a phased development, and you purchased in 1 or 2 or 3, you need to know that you're going to be living in a construction zone for probably 8 or 9 years. These buildings don't go up overnight. So be aware of this. I'm not sure. I think we were in phase 4 and they were building phase 5, and I think now they're doing 5 and 6 or whatever. I mean, we lived in a construction zone. All right, 6 days a week. They have to follow the bylaws. Bang, bang, boom, trucks going in. Are you kidding me? Know this, okay? Be aware. The other thing to be aware of is that when you go and look at these phase developments, they'll usually tell you you're going to have this fabulous pool, there's a fabulous gym, and all of that. But usually there is one facility that will service all of the phases. Now, the building we were in had the fabulous pool, a gym to die for, beautiful patios and meeting rooms and all of that. But you know what? Understand this. Everybody from everywhere comes to your building to use the facilities. And quite often, our lobby looked like somebody's family room. I mean, they'd be people hanging out, waiting for other people, or they'd been to the gym, and I mean, they're laying around on the furniture like it was in their own living room. And you know what? That's okay. I mean, I can chill with all of that. But sometimes when I had company coming, not that I'm a total snob, but you know what? Come on, you guys, get home. Off you go. Anyway, so be prepared for that. If you're buying in a phase development, please make sure you go and look at the facilities and know this. As beautiful as it is, as spectacular as it is, the developer's telling you about it, the realtor's telling you about it, you're going to pay for that, okay? That maintenance of a swimming pool, maintenance of 2 or 3 hot tubs, the locker rooms, the gyms. Now, I mean, if you use that or you have memberships to a gym, you don't care because it's probably going to be a wash, right? And you don't have to drive. You probably actually save money. You don't have to drive anywhere. If it's not something you're going to use a lot, you're going to pay for it anyway. So be aware. Okay, so now the biggest thing with the phase development is that what I'm hearing from people is they bought into phase development, and this was the scenario about a year and a half ago, is an individual bought into, I don't know, phase 6 or phase, I don't know what phase they had bought into, but it was one of the newer ones, and they had probably, the phase had started, I think, about 8 years prior to them purchasing. So they moved in, and they were in their suite, and they loved it. They were in their place for about 5-6 months, and all of a sudden this whatever comes from the Strata, and they have been hit with an assessment. What? We just bought. This must be wrong. They've sent it to the wrong place or whatever. No, we didn't go to the wrong place. Do you know what? One Strata for the whole phase. And that building over there, it was built 8 years ago. It's having some problems and issues, so we're all going to pay. I mean, it's probably really good that you have that many people to, you know, so I mean, the assessment is probably less than what it could have been if you were a freestanding on your own. I don't know, but you can have far more assessments because there's a lot more things to go wrong, so it's kind of a soft. So you know what, you guys, that's the biggest thing that I've heard is that people did not have the true understanding of what a phase development means. So do your homework, check it out, and you know, like in British Columbia where we live, we have the Condominium Homeowners Association, and so check and see if you have one in your province, if you have one in your state, and just go through it, because usually all these issues are brought up. And so if it's applicable to you, if that's where you think you're going to buy, that's what you're going to do, go and check it out and see what information you can find. And like I say, the land title office is always a good place to go and see what the final results of these things are. Okay guys, have a great week, and thanks for checking in. And yes, I'm gonna go and celebrate my birthday. Cheers guys, 68 feels awesome. Okay, cheers.